It is a Friday. It's a beautiful Friday, and I'm just gonna switch off this music because I'm not sure how YouTube is going to react to this. Just keeping it short. I would love to have music on the background as I speak, but we are here. Tobela Batielech. Welcome, listeners, and today I'm introducing our reflection for the week. And the topic that struck in my mind the whole week was: do we experience people the same? I'm going to repeat it. Do we experience people the same? So, spoiler alert, we don't. We don't. So, the reason why I'm saying we don't is because I know for sure that even with myself, I've actually experienced people differently from other people, and it is quite crazy. Whenever someone tells me that, oh my God, this person is like this, and I'm like, but I've experienced this side of this person, and I don't agree with how that perception of this specific person has been. I think we see it even with, let's say, people who are public figures. So people will say, oh my God, I've met Chiro at the mall and she was rude. And the other people will be like, no ways, I've met Chiro and she was the most bubbliest person and she took pictures with us. And because we do not experience people the same. So everyone actually sees people through a unique mental lens. So how we see people is actually shaped by how we grew up. Can you believe that? Our childhood traumas, our cultures, our personal needs. That's how we shape a lens of seeing people. This is crazy. So now imagine, like, I'm trying to put it into a thought that, so how I've seen life unfolds for me as growing up is actually how I am boxed. So I box myself to see people in that vision. Hectic. This is hectic. But now, this shows us how we can never see people the same, because we all have different ways of how we grew up. We all had different traumas. It doesn't even matter in terms of siblings. So even with siblings, guys, like, you can grow up in the same house but have a different vision of your parent. You have a different view of your parent. Isn't this hectic? Oh my God. Coming to think of it, this is hectic. Because we don't have the same experience of our parents. We don't even need to go further than other, like, people outside of our home. Just our parents, we don't have the same experience of them. My goodness. My. Okay. This is quite interesting. So this means we might be in a position to never, ever see the same person as another person sees them. Not we might never, we will never actually. We will never get to see this person the same way as the other person sees them. Because now the mind, man, the mind is manufacturing things. The mind is actually manufacturing things. And now I'm thinking of, there's a situation where people experience a certain person and then come and share with you guys how they've experienced that person. Have you ever realized that when you go and interact with that person, already you have the microscope? You want to confirm those things that you've heard about this person. You're not going with a clear vision, with a clear mindset, like meeting a stranger, someone you've never seen, someone. Isn't this not why we enjoy meeting strangers? And that moment in time, we just light up, we go crazy, and we have fun. And we're like, what are this person? Because now you have this, you were shared with this thing about me, and whenever you're coming to me, you come with that lens. You see that thing. And you see it because you want to confirm it. I agree, you know now, Horchewa is like this. You want to confirm it. What I don't know is how do you then unsee that? I don't know how it happens, but I know it's possible. Why I'm saying it's possible, because I've had an encounter like that. So I've had a person who everyone regarded, or majority of the people regarded as a bully, and of course they have those attributes of a bully. However, when I looked at this person, there's an underlying layer. When I go below that, I saw a person who just wanted attention. That for me, this is just a person who was seeking attention and didn't know where specifically to get it from. So it's more like a kid throwing tantrums. And those tantrums now, because you are an adult, they become a little bit bullyish. So I've seen that. For me, I just saw a person who's just in need of attention, and they're just throwing tantrums, and yeah. So I know you can see person differently. However, when you have had something about a person, you actually go in with a different view to confirm what you know. Apparently, it's called confirmation basis. It's a confirmation bias. Confirmation bias. It's a psychological thing where you are just going to confirm that. And then there's another, I've read it on an article. I even forgot where I got that article. It was just reading it in passing. So now, another issue, I'm thinking of it now, that so I have a friend who was a colleague. So I have actually people, couple of them, colleagues who turned out to be friends after colleagueship ended, right? So we were colleagues, and we were there as colleagues, enjoyed the time as colleagues, and then we then escalated this colleagueship into another ship. We moved it to another ship, right? So we put it now in a more friendship kind of a zone. And here's the thing. We are always laughing at the fact that we cannot believe for so many years we've known each other. Only now we are getting all these nuggets from each other, things that we've never actually shared when we were working together. So now this also shows me that we actually, obviously, when you go into a workplace, you compose yourself into this person. You bring yourself together and present yourself as this kind of a person to people. But when you are outside and it's more of a comfort zone vibes, and then you become a different person, right? You then become a different person. I actually we used to have those but I get into you go out, eat out and just drink a bit, and then you get to see a more loosed version of your colleagues, a loosened up version of your colleagues. You're like, ciao, can't let papas go. But actually, when we go to work, we go with a different, because now we have to look presentable. Look, man, now we are looking for promotions and stuff. So we're looking presentable, we're talking differently, we are different people. And now we are always outside and we are not even talking about work. And here we are sharing life experience, life adventures, and it's always an aha moment. And we're like, but how did this happen? So now this actually confirms that. This is me putting a stamp to this confirmation that we can never experience people the same. So now, how do we then go about it? Because I think this will be another, I'll have to go and read about this. And then come back with something that can help us to unlearn all these things that we do when we meet people, especially people that we've heard about. Also, can you also imagine the chemistry that you get with people? There's that chemistry that you don't get it with everyone. You get it with specific people. You get you meet and there's this chemistry, man. You just get along. Obviously, now there's a different experience with me. I'm experiencing you this differently. Someone has never had that chemistry and they can never have it and they can never experience you at that level. And until next time,